What is going on, everybody? We are live. It is Wednesday night, and we're here to talk about some physical media news. There's actually quite a bit to dive into tonight, including the Kill Bill and Jackie Brown steelbooks, which we are going to get into very quickly, might I add. I'm going to try to not spend like the first hour. I am going to get into the chat, but I'm going to try to get into the Kill Bill and Jackie Brown steelbooks pretty quick. But thank you all for being here. There's 97 people in the chat right now. Hit the like button if you haven't already. And let me just get into it, guys. Look, it's been a long day. And I'm here. I'm here to chat with you guys. I'm here to cover some physical media stuff, and I'm excited. Are you guys excited? Look, I'm going to be honest with you all. I'm not like in a terrible mood, but I'm not in a great mood. And honestly, it's because like I don't have my Congo 4K. I don't have my Vinegar Syndrome stuff. My Blair Witch and Late Night with the Devil is still pending. But I did reach out to Diabolic today, and he said that he's going to send me replacements. So those should be in the mail coming to me within the next week or so, I would say. And what else don't I have? My Creep box set. They said a lot of this stuff said it shipped like last week. Don't have the Creep box set. And I feel like there was like one other thing. Oh, Neverending Story is on the way. But I don't have that yet. All this stuff is going to come at like the exact same time. And my umbrella stuff has not arrived yet, and I'm greatly anticipating some of that. So it's just going to get wild. Once all that stuff gets here, like it's going to get freaking crazy. For sure. But thank you all for being here. We got Marius Glazer, who is excited that he beat Kevin Kruger into the chat tonight. That's impressive, Marius. That is impressive that you did that. 5:49 a.m. you got in here. So thank you so much. We also got Poosh in here. Ken is Kevin Kruger in jail. I don't think so. I saw him in the chat later. Who do you have a crush on celeb wise? I'm not going to answer that. My wife's probably watching. Let's see. Do I look like a Grand Theft Auto NPC? Planet CHH said this in one of his streams. I can't see your icon. I guess maybe, kind of. Yeah, kind of. San Andreas. What is your favorite type of cuisine? Chips and salsa. Does that count? What movie from 1980 is the best slasher film? From 1980, Prom Night. I think, did Prom Night come out in 1980? There's probably a better one. Oh, Friday the 13th, of course. Probably Friday the 13th. What are some of your favorite? Sorry, guys, I got a frog in my throat already. What are some of your favorite slashers of all time? Favorite slashers of all time? God, why can I never think? I mean, Friday the 13th Part 2 is my favorite Friday the 13th movie. The Burning's really good. I'm blanking. Like I'm blanking. There's a lot of slashers I like quite a bit, but it's hard for me to think about like what's my favorites of all time. I don't really think about that too often. A lot of slashers are just really fun, but I wouldn't put them up to like my top 10 horror movies or anything. Child's Play 2, that's a big one for sure. And Halloween 2, of course, Halloween and Halloween 2 together. Some of my favorite slashers. So I'll say that. Does Kevin Kruger play volleyball? I don't know, Poosh. Why is Reanimator 4K so expensive? Vera would have done a better job for less. Thoughts? Because, Ignite Films is a very small label that puts out like one release a year. So, in order to keep the lights on, to keep themselves moving, they're going to price a little bit higher than others. You'll see a lot of these smaller labels that just put out like 1-2 releases a year, just like price through the roof, because that's all they do. Like they put all their resources into like these one releases, and they're good releases, like they're premium box sets and special features. Like there's all kinds of special features for that, but that's a lot for like a little small operation to do. So they're going to charge out the butt for that. Oh, I don't know. That's a tough one. I don't know. I'll say the faculty. Let me visit the faculty high school. All right, we got AVA in here already. He's asking the questions. He's hot and heavy. Ken, why do you hate Die Hard? I don't hate Die Hard. I haven't seen it in a long time. Why do you think Die Hard is not a Christmas movie? I just think that like when you think of Die Hard, it's personally I think action. I think action first, and I think Bruce Willis, and I just don't think Christmas. And it plays in the action genre. Like the action, it's already like what a lot of people would consider to be the greatest action film of all time. Does it need to be the greatest Christmas movie of all time too? That's too much for one movie to have. Okay, put it in one category or the other, action, Christmas, and be done with it. Okay, it can be the greatest action movie of all time. It cannot be the greatest Christmas movie. That's my main problem, is the fact that people will consider it a Christmas movie and then say it's the best Christmas movie when there's like actual like legitimate like Christmas movies, and that's what they're known for, that are better Christmas movies than Die Hard is. That's my problem with it. But if you think Die Hard's a Christmas movie and you put it number one, it's whatever. It's your list. It's just that's just my thoughts. They don't mean anything. Why has it been so long? Why are all these questions Die Hard influence, AVA? My goodness. I don't know. To be honest, like I said, 15 years. It might have been. I think it's almost like 20 years since I've seen Die Hard. It was since DVD that I watched Die Hard because I have not watched the 4K yet. I did want to watch it this year. It was just one that, I watched a couple of times when I was a kid. It was just never a go-to for me. I don't know why. For me, it was always like Con Air and Speed and Face Off and Broken Arrow. Like those are the big action movies for me, Bad Boys, that I watched over and over again. And Die Hard was just never one of those movies for me. And the last time I watched it, like I remember liking it, like okay, but it's just one that I never feel like going to that one to watch for whatever reason. But I know that like when I go to rewatch it, because I just see and appreciate film differently now, because of how it's held up for so many people. Like I know I'll think it's great. I know that. So I just need to watch it. It's just one of those. It's almost kind of intimidating at this point because it's been so long and the movie's so like built up. But I gotta watch it. Oh, okay. You're being Kevin Kruger, and I gotcha. I gotcha. Demolition Man or Simple Plan 4K. I mean, they're both great. It's hard. I mean, a Simple Plan is probably higher for me right now at this point in time because it was a first time watch and it just like blew my mind. Whereas Demolition Man, I've seen like 50 times and it's like I know I love it, but I've just seen it so many times. It's like the 4K was great and I loved it, but like it's a movie I've seen so many times that it's just like I enjoy watching it, but it's not the same as like watching a freaking great, like mind blowing movie for the first time. So I would say a Simple Plan is my favorite. One of my favorite 4Ks Arrows done all year. Yeah, you could classify it as one. I guess there's parts of it that take place on Christmas. It's whatever you all want a Christmas movie to be. I mean, I personally wouldn't put it in my Christmas stack, but it's whatever. I own a lot. I don't know. It's probably like 1,200, 1,500, something like that. I got a review for that tomorrow, actually. I haven't seen Crust. 2012 Cabin in the Woods. I'll say Cabin in the Woods. I know that came out 2012. Who was the sexiest scream queen? Why are y'all trying to get me in trouble tonight? My wife sits there in the chat like this. She's just waiting. Who's he gonna say? And then she's gonna text me. We'll say what's the guy from Nightmare on Elm Street 2? Mark Patton. There we go. Say him. Damn good looking guy. Better actor, Denzel Washington or Al Pacino? I gotta lean to Al on that one. Al, just like when you look at some of the stuff he did in the 70s and 80s, it's like not that Denzel hasn't done great movies, he has, but like Al Pacino is on an epic like level. Denzel Washington's very close to that. He's not quite there to the Al Pacino level, in my opinion. But he's close. Why is Lionsgate charging $15 more for the same quality? We'll get into that. We'll get into it. Top 10 best and worst steelbooks of the year. I can't answer that right now, Mark. That's a video. I can't throw away a video on a live stream like that. We got 190 people in the chat right now. Hit the like button. If you haven't already, I would appreciate it. I would appreciate it. All right, guys. Excited for the Kill Bill steelbooks. Yeah, I'm excited too. We're going to get into it. What? 45? I didn't see that price point. Christian says y'all battling out, see who can do the worst question. Saturn Video, what's up? Lionsgate charging more for literally the same releases we would have seen in Walmart a year ago is abysmal. Those Tarantino 4Ks would have been $20 last year. Yeah, I mean 25. I mean they started to raise it towards the end at Best Buy. But look, everybody's asking about the Sean. What's up, Sean? I personally don't think Quentin Tarantino steelbooks are not that bad. It could have been worse. It could have been worse. You know, they could have put them in a big deluxe box set and charged $80, and that was the only option that you had. But let's get into it. Oh, favorite movie of the 90s? We'll say The Green Mile. Green Mile is great. Forrest Gump also. Anything Tom Hanks is great in the 90s. All right, let me star this. I'm just going to get into it, guys. I'm going to get into it. People say I take too long to get to the damn freaking point around here in my videos and my live streams. And let's do it. All right, Kill Bill. Let me change my background real quick so it doesn't clash. Y'all like the little wavy orange shit? That's pretty cool. All right, so they put these up for pre-order. These are the steel books for Kill Bill, the two Kill Bill movies, Jackie Brown, and they're doing a re-release of Reservoir Dogs in the same kind of steel book as the first one, but it's got like a pink tint to it, which leads me to believe that if it sells well, I think they'll do all the colors like they did the DVD back in the day. It kind of be a missed opportunity if they don't, because people will buy all the different variations. I won't, but there will be people that will buy those different variations. So basically what Lionsgate is doing right now is I need to take this down real quick. Basically what Lionsgate is doing right now is they started a direct to consumer website. So they started their own physical media website like Screen Factory has done, Criterion, Vinegar Syndrome, all the boutique stuff. Like they're starting like a boutique type website where they're going to sell these steel books and they're going to make them exclusive to the website, which means you cannot get these anywhere else. At least not right now. Will they start popping up on Diabolic Orbit? I don't know. At least as of right now. Maybe they'll be exclusive to the site for like 3 months and then they'll go to Amazon and everywhere else. I don't know because we haven't seen enough of it to know as of right now. But these are going to be exclusive to the website. They say, I actually have one right here because they sent me the Apocalypse Now one. So I need to look at this real quick. So this one I'm not seeing it, but on the artwork on the Tarantino ones, let me bring this up, guys. Get us off the title screen. The artwork on the Tarantino ones, like you see up in the corner right there, it'll actually say 4K UHD, and then it says Lionsgate Unlimited in the top corner, or Lionsgate Limited in the top corner. So they're actually like promoting these as like Lionsgate Limited releases. So all these steelbooks are exclusive to the Lionsgate Limited website. I actually don't have that link down below. I should, but I don't. And you can only get these steelbooks as of right now on the website. Now, I talked about this a couple of weeks ago, and I put out a video. I think I clipped it from a live stream. They already announced Apocalypse Now, this 4K steelbook, which I actually have right here from Lionsgate. I plan on doing some kind of like unboxing and talking about this release at some point on the channel soon. And then The Conversation is a box set steelbook release that they did that is going for $79.99. That has all kinds of like extras and stuff. But I've already talked about those. Let's go through these one by one. So this is the Reservoir Dogs 4K Steelbook, and it even says reprints, and it also says the Mr. Pink edition. So let me go through the images and see if there's anything different here, which I think, like, look, if you're gonna do this whole like color gimmick, do a different steelbook, because this is the same interior artwork. It's the same disc art with the guns, the color guns on it. It's the same thing. Like, why not have like some different kind of artwork for each one of these? Are they really going to do like a Mr. Blonde, a Mr. Brown, a Mr. White? I mean, technically the other one could be Mr. White, I guess. Are they going to do all that, for these steelbooks? I don't know. But this one's a little bit cheaper. It's $29.99, and it's releasing on January the 21st of 2025. And I feel like there was the 4K steelbook of Reservoir Dogs was available in Walmart last year. Maybe it's sold out by now, but I know it was available at one point. But yeah, maybe it's sold out. Now they're putting it back in stock for $29.99, which when this first came out, it was either $19.99 or it was $21.99 when this first came out back in the good old days of 2021, 2022. I think this came out in 2022. But yeah, that's the Reservoir Dogs Steelbook. These are all available now to pre-order, like I said, and they'll be coming out January the 21st. So we're about a month away from this coming out. I don't think there's anything new here in terms of special features or anything like that. Here's a better look at it. See, it's the exact same artwork. It has the Lionsgate Limited in the bottom corner, and that's pretty much all that's different with that one. Now we've got the Jackie Brown 4K Steelbook. And there's some controversy, guys, with the artwork, which I'm going to get into some comments. Let me know in the chat what you guys think of the artwork for these new steelbooks, Jackie Brown and the Kill Bill specifically. We already knew about the Reservoir Dogs one. Because I'll be honest, like I don't hate it. I kind of think it's pretty cool. I don't hate Jackie Brown. The Kill Bills, I'm a little lukewarm on, but Jackie Brown I actually think kind of pops and looks pretty good. I like how you got Sam Jackson on the back, see Bridget Fonda, you got a picture of Michael Keaton, you got Robert Forster, looks like Robert De Niro. So they pay respect to the whole cast on it. So I don't think it's terrible. But it's also releasing January the 21st, and it is going for a price point of $39.99, which is a tough pill to swallow. Look, I just I got the Stir of Echoes Steelbook in, and I got this off of Amazon. It's right here. It's actually, let me make myself a little bit bigger. It's actually a really cool lenticular slip. I actually like this a lot. But I paid $35 for this. And that's kind of the standard. That's been the standard for Lionsgate pretty much in 2024. But it looks like doing this Lionsgate Limited website is allowing Lionsgate to price how they want to price. They don't have to worry about a Best Buy. They don't have to worry about a Walmart or anything like that. Like, they're going to price these at what they believe they're worth, and they think they're worth $39.99. Now, the big question is, do you all think they're worth $39.99? Here's the thing. This is where I struggle with it. I'm going to get all three of these. I just I love these movies, and I got to have the steelbooks because I have a pretty good amount of the Quentin Tarantino movies on steelbook, and it would be nice to have all of them on steelbook. So I'll get them. But the part where I struggle is, yes, it's a lot, but is it just a lot because we had it so good for so long? Were we just so spoiled for so long with these $19.99 steelbooks? Because let's be honest, like, they were $19.99 when a lot of the studios were still pricing them at $30, $35, $40. All the other studios were doing it at $35, $40, and Lionsgate was still doing it at $20 for a long time. And those steelbooks were better than most. I'd say 95% of all the other studio steelbooks. The Lionsgate steelbooks were better. So were we just spoiled and now we're just like, you know what, Lionsgate, you were supposed to have our backs, and we kind of feel a little bit betrayed, I think, by it. Like, I think at the end of the day, $39.99, like these are nice steel books, like premium steel books with slip covers, and they have 2 discs. Like some of the studios are just putting 4Ks in there. They got the Blu-ray, they got the 4K. You know, I don't think it's a terrible price for what you're getting. It's just the fact that we're just so conditioned to expect Lionsgate to be at 20, to be at $25, especially for these catalog releases. Like most of the time, the newer releases from Lionsgate were 33, 34 bucks, like the Saws and Spiral and stuff like that. The Chaos Walking, I think, was like a $34 steelbook back in the day. But all the catalog stuff was $19.99, and we felt good about paying that. You know, it was a good price. Like that's what got me back into steelbooks. I started off collecting the Marvel steelbooks, and I just couldn't do the $35 price point anymore. I was done, and I was about done collecting steelbooks. And then Lionsgate swooped in with incredible artwork on that Dirty Dancing 4K steelbook, and it was $19.99. It's like, how can I pass this up? This is incredible. This is incredible. So I don't. Yes, it's a bad price, but I'm trying to be fair here. You know, Lionsgate is doing good work. I think this is a cool idea. I think it's a cool idea. And like a lot of us are paying like 45, 50 bucks for, you know, some of those cheap, low budget slasher films from the 80s from some of these boutique labels like Vinegar Syndrome and Severin, who charges like $65 for a thin piece of cardboard slip box. Like, I think at the end of the day, like, these are great movies they're putting on this site with some really nice packaging, like Jackie Brown, Kill Bill movies, Reservoir Dogs, Apocalypse Now, The Conversation, like all like arguably like some of the greatest movies of all time, to be honest, at least to me in my eyes. And you know, I think it's I'd feel better if it was $34.99. To be honest, I think that I would feel better about saying that that was a fair price. $39.99 is it is a little steep, especially compared to what we were paying, but I don't think it's terrible. I don't think it's the most egregious thing in the world. It's not Deadpool and Wolverine $70 steelbooks. It's not that bad. But it is going to sting, especially when they release them all at the same time. And you got to buy them all at once. It's going to be 120 bucks with shipping. It's going to be like 130 in tax, close to 140 it's going to be to get all these off of this Lionsgate limited website. So I definitely understand the frustration, but you know, you are getting a quality product for this, and I think that that should be taken into account. We got the Kill Bill Volume 1 4K Steelbook. This coming out January 21st as well. And this is the one I'm a little like, you know, I like that they have Lucy Liu on the cover. I do like that because she's such a big part of that movie. I'd say she's just as iconic as Uma Thurman in the film. So I like she's on the cover. Other than that, like I think they could have done a little bit better with this one, if I'm being honest. It's not how I imagined it, I guess. You got Vivica A. Fox in the back there, Hannah. So, you know, it's okay. It's not terrible. That's $39.99 for that. I'll scroll down and kind of. Oh, there's the interior artwork. I do like the disc art. I like how the riding the bike with the yellow helmet. I like that. I like how one's black and one's yellow. So I do like that. So it's not bad. It's not bad. But you know, $39.99 for that. And I should point out, guys, is that the steelbooks are the only ones that are exclusive to the Lionsgate Limited website. There are slipcover versions available to pre-order on Amazon right now. I can get into those here in a second. But let's back up and take a look at the last one, which is Kill Bill Volume 2. I think this one's a little bit better than Volume 1, if I'm being honest. I like the colors more. I like how Daryl Hannah is pretty front and center on it as well, with Uma Thurman down there. I think that's pretty cool. And then you got David Carradine on the back, Michael Madsen. So this I like this one. I think I like this one quite a bit better than the first one, if I'm being honest. And this one's $39.99 as well. And right there, you got some. Now the disc art, it's cool, I guess, but I don't like the disc art as much as the disc art on the first one. So there's a pro in favor of the Kill Bill Volume 1. But it looks like these are going to be 100 gig discs. It's promoting that right there. So yeah, I'm trying to see if it has any. I don't think there's any. I don't think there's any like new special features or anything with this one either. But let me know what you all think of the artwork. You know, be honest. Let me know. Let me know. All right, so let me see. Do you all want to get into? I want to get into some of my comments that I got because I posted this on Instagram. Let me change this. All right, so I posted these up on Instagram. Maybe some of y'all that commented are in the chat right now. There's 259 people in here. Hit the like button if you haven't already. I appreciate every single one of y'all for being here. Thank you so much. Q, the movie collector, says, I'm getting all three. I tell you why. Most people probably don't care for the art, but for me, these are my favorite Tarantino films. That's kind of where I'm at. Like Kill Bill, on any given day, I could tell you that's my favorite Tarantino movie. Like I just love that movie. Pulp Fiction's anniversary set just dropped, and for a lot of people, that was their favorite film. So yeah, day one for me because I don't actually buy steelbooks, but I love these. Yeah, totally understandable. Movies Down Under commented Jackie Brown. Movie Chatter, Stephanie, a Movie Chatter. Go check out Stephanie, great channel. She says, I'm going to go with the basic slip covers. Hopefully they'll have some. I'm tired of paying insane prices for mid steel books. She is not a fan of the artwork. I have the originals and I'm good with those designs. And yeah, Stephanie, you know, she was on my round tables back in the day. And, you know, she was definitely a big Lionsgate steelbook collector back in the good old days, the 1999 days. And she was actually the one that pointed out the fact that they put first pressing on the interior. Like she did that live when we were all live one night. I remember that. And ever since then, I look on all the steelbooks, and sure enough, on the inside, if you look on your Lionsgate steelbooks, it says first pressing, which has to make it like, you know, way more valuable, right? I still have never confirmed if like a reprint says second pressing. Can anybody confirm that? We got Garrett over at Born to Be Rad. He commented, go check out Garrett's great channel as well. Don't care for the designs, but I need them to finish off my Tarantino steelbook collection. I get it. I get it, man. Danny, the Cleaner Omega, says lovely, especially Jackie Brown. See, there's a Jackie Brown fan. Comments are somewhat positive so far. Sorry, but sorry, but those steelbooks look terrible, says 1080p. I'm really on the fence here. I love these movies, but thinking I might just get the slipcovers. Slipcovers ain't bad though. That artwork's pretty good. Super stoked for this. I like the design. Says tapes and discs, especially after that lackluster Pulp Fiction box art. Now I like the slipcover on that. I get like the box art, but I like the slipcover on that Pulp Fiction set. Let's see. Those look fire, says Physical Media Fan. Mike Loves Horse says, I'm skipping them. I already have 5 titles on order for January 21st. Why can't they effing space releases out better? I mean, look, sometimes it be like that. It's like everything drops on the same day. The 4K Rocker says, personally, I'm not a fan of any of this artwork. They were knocking it out of the park for a couple of years. Looks like they're going plain now. And then there's some other people clapping. Fire emojis. Those look amazing. I'm getting them no matter what. Definitely buying all 3 of this spectacular 4K steelbook. So a lot of people are happy. I only like volume 2, but hope that they get standards. So you would just buy volume 2 and not get any of the other ones. You can't just watch volume 2 for crying out loud. All right, so I think that's it. Let me get back into the chat. You guys are the ones that matter. You're here right now. All right, let's see. All right. I wonder what your introduction will be like. To what, Patrick? What's up, Antanas? What's up, Movie Hunter? What's up, Van Gool? Saturn Video's a fan of the Steelbooks. Hey, Ken, I got my copy of The Faculty in, says Joe Reese. Nice. I hope you enjoy it. What's up, Adrian? Hey, yo, Adrian. Will Shout Entertainment ever get Dawn of the Dead 1978 and Day of the Dead 1985 4K release? I don't know. I mean, Dawn of the Dead's got the release from Second Sight. I think it's still available. It's like a smaller version. I think it's still available, right? I don't know. I think there's some stuff going on with the rights. And I know with Day of the Dead, a lot of people have said that they are unable to locate the original film elements as of right now and the elements that they used to make the Blu-ray from Scream Factory back in the day. So I think that's the story with that. So I don't know if we're going to get it. I think Christian over at Planet CHH made a video on that like a few weeks ago. So you may want to check that out because I know he dove deep into that. Kenny, I love Kickboxer 4K and Blu-ray and international version. Love Steelbook. Saw Craven, not bad movie. Well, that's good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I know a lot of people didn't enjoy Craven. Yeah, I need to. I was just on a stream with Jake last night, actually, Steelbook Obsessed. It was over on Frank's channel. We talked about the best boutique labels of 2024. So go check that out. I linked it in my community tab. But yeah, I want to get back in next year. I want to get back having more guests on the channel. I hope to do that next year live, like this kind of format, just me and another person talking about physical media. Kim, which boutique label do you think was underwhelming this year? It's tough because I think everybody did a good job. I really think everybody did, at least all the major ones. I think there's positives and negatives you can take away from each one of them, but I think they all overall did a pretty good job. I can't think of one that just like completely missed the mark. Like Scream Factory's an easy target. They always are. But like even them, like they did some really good stuff. Like a lot of their upgrades are freaking phenomenal. They always look great. And I still say that they're the only boutique label that's like upgrading from within their line, their catalog, and they're adding new special features to the already pre-existing special features they already did. Not a lot of labels are doing that. So you got to give them credit. So I that's a hard one to answer. Like I would have to really think about it because I wasn't really like underwhelmed by anybody this year. Like they kept us busy for sure. Like all the labels kept us busy. Like there were months that were a little underwhelming, but overall, I think they all did a pretty good job. I assume you're referring to Married with Media. We've just been busy. It gets tough around the holidays. We're hoping to be back in 2025, maybe a couple more videos before the end of the year. We'll see. Live long and prosper. He's 4 minutes late again. I was not. I was only a minute late. This is an AA meeting. It is. Actually, it's a PA meeting, Physical Media Anonymous. What's up, Magic Hands? It does. That's what it's aimed to do, Michelle. It's supposed to taunt you. I will get the steel books. I hope they don't sell out quick because I didn't pre-order them as of yet. Let's see. Oh, you're not a sucker. You're not a sucker. Who said that? You're not a sucker. It's quality, man. It's quality, and they're great movies. Like they're great movies. They're gonna look fantastic on 4K. Look, Lionsgate does a great job usually with their 4K. So, like, they're gonna look good, and they're gonna look good on your shelf and your hand when you hold them. You'll be happy about it. You'll be happy you made the decision. Don't say you're a sucker. We did get a $4.99 super chat from John Doe. Getting Kill Bill 1 and 2 Steelbook's been waiting 2 years for these. I know we've been waiting for so long, right? For so long, Thank you so much, John. Let me give you a little super clip for your super chats. And I'm going to throw out Al because it's been a while.
She got a great ass. And you got your head all the way up it.
All the way up in it. I wish I would have got that Heat Steelbook back in the day. I never got the Heat Steelbook. I got the slipcover, and I regret it every day. Ho! Ha! Hey! Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, John. I appreciate that. The donation. All right. I don't know. I mean, Tarantino's all about the whole bloody affair. He considers it one movie. Like he likes the whole bloody affair. So I would say that they'll do it. I think they'll do it. I have a bootleg of it. What's up, Greg? Thank you, Keegan. What's up, Mr. Level Media? Thank you so much, Patrick. I got my wife to watch it too. 2 years ago, actually, we did a review on our channel. Let's see. Amazon's awful. Like, yeah, I didn't even talk about that's the other stuff I'm waiting on. I'm waiting on the Searchers. I ordered that from Amazon. Haven't seen that. That actually doesn't even have like a date at all. It's like blank. We'll let you know when it comes. That's the sign. That's the mark of death right there. There was something else. I know there was something else. I can't remember. I broke down and ordered the Terrifier 3, even though I'm getting the set from Umbrella, but I ordered the Terrifier 3 4K because I saw everybody showing it off and it had a lenticular. And I was like, I didn't know it had a lenticular, and I ordered it. Now I'm a sucker. Roadhouse 2, hell no. Oh, nice. Yeah, I can't wait. That's in my Congo. That and Congo and Sliver. And what else did I get? I think I got Spookies in there too. Yeah, that's a shame, man. I feel you. Oh, awesome. Yeah, I still need to watch my Tenet. Oh, nice. Glad you got it, man. Yeah, for sure. I'll be getting Constantine. I don't know if I'll get the Steelbook or not, but they redid the Steelbook. It's actually not the boring artwork anymore, apparently. But I'll talk about it next week. No, that from what I saw on Blu-ray.com, they actually changed the release dates. It's like it's supposed to come out on the 20th now. So I think when the 20th hits, you might see the shipping notification. Had a pre-order that came out 2 weeks ago. Oh yeah. I mean, I get it. It's the holidays. I try not to get too too shitty about it. Everybody's working hard. Working during the holidays sucks, especially like I've been through like several peak seasons in warehouses, and it's not a good time. Let's see. Still haven't gotten Congo. Oh God, that's the hottest take I've ever heard. I hated that. That's probably my least favorite movie of the year. Diabolic. Same people that I had trouble getting my Blair Witch. If that happens with the Never-Ending Story, somebody's in trouble. That's all I gotta say. What? You got the shipping notification for the Art Attack? I thought they got delayed till late January. What the hell? The recent movie I saw in the theaters, I haven't seen a movie since Terrifier 3. My wife and I did a video where we said like we're kind of done with the theaters until maybe like early next year, just because there wasn't a ton of stuff coming out we were super excited about, and we were just kind of like losing our love for it because some of our experiences this year were just awful. And then I went to go see Terrifier 3 like right after that video dropped. I saw it by myself. And everybody's like, "Kid, I knew you were going to go back to the theater. You caved and already went back to the theater." I'm like, I just wanted to see this movie, but I haven't been to the theater since. That was the last one. I haven't seen Death of a Unicorn. I don't even know what the hell that is. I saw a poster. I don't care about the Superman. I was one of the people that actually wanted a Man of Steel 2. So I don't care about him rebooting it again. To me, it's like freaking Spider-Man at this point. How many times are you going to reboot the damn thing before you actually see it through? What's up, Happy Crotimus? What's up, Thomas? Good morning from Norway. Happy you could be here. What's up, No Bad Movie? Not sure if you follow the Big Picture podcast, or they just did an interview with Tracy Letts about physical media, and it was really fun to hear a celeb talking about his huge collection. No, I don't follow that No Bad Movie. You're on Instagram. Send it to me in a DM or something. That sounds pretty cool. I'll wait for Arrow UK on Reanimator. I know it's coming. Yeah, I mean, maybe. I don't know. Like maybe Ignite's got some kind of like deal on it or something. I don't know. It's possible. It's possible. We'll be talking about Arrow later tonight, actually, because they put out a teaser. Always love your content and your opinion. What's the best 4K box set for 2024? I'm a big fan of the Hell House LLC box set from Umbrella. I think that there wasn't like a ton of great box sets, but the ones that I actually got, I would say Hell House LLC. I just had the most like fun watching those, and they were all on Blu-ray for the first time. 3 of them were on physical media for the first time because 3 of them were streaming movies. They all had special features. I think they all had audio commentaries as well, and it was just a great release. So I really love that release. Also, I would say that Columbia Classics Volume 4 was a great box set. But those are always great box sets from Sony. Like they always do a great job on those. Oh my goodness, guys, I'm like 34 minutes behind here. Like, geez Louise. John Doe says thoughts on Venom 3 movie set coming out. Which one are you talking about, John? You talking about the 4K with the little action figure? It looks cool, you know. But I'm just not a huge fan of those Venom movies, so I don't think I'll be getting it. Like I like the first one okay, but the second one kind of sucked, and I haven't heard great things about the third one. So I won't be getting it, but it looks cool for collectors and people that are fans of that franchise. It'll be a cool release for them. What's up, Happy? Hawks Pop Culture Cafe. What's going on, man? Vanderhoff never thought of Die Hard as a Christmas movie. Yeah, I never did. I get the arguments, like, you know, he's saying Die Hard has Christmas songs and Christmas written in the dialogue, and I get the argument. I just, like I said, it's an action movie first and a Christmas movie second. So, whereas there's tons of Christmas movies that are Christmas movies first. So that's just how I think of it. Nice. Yeah, I'm patiently waiting for that. Favorite gothic horror movies. I mean, I'm not like huge into gothic horror stuff. I like the there was I'm trying to think of it. There was a Hammer horror film that I watched from Scream Factory. It was called like Night Creatures. I thought that was pretty good. Um but yeah, that's the only one I got. Like I'm not oh, I mean I really like the one Vinegar Syndrome did on 4K this year. It was I forget what it was called. I have to look all the way back. Damn it, where is that? It was like Dr. Hickok or something. That was a good one. I enjoyed that. I thought the 4K looked great too. We need Broken Arrow and Con Air on 4K. I agree. Die Hard is the blueprint for all the 90s action movies that followed. It's a landmark film. It is, you know, but I just think that they took the templates. Some of them did it better. Like I think Speed is just one of the greatest movies of all time. But my opinion could change if I rewatch it. For sure. We got John Doe Juggalo here. Sorry if I skip anybody, guys. I'm going to have to get through this. Well, I said it in my review. Simple Plan I thought was better than Fargo. You're welcome. Thank you for being here. Yeah, I need to rewatch it. Oh, did they announce it? Did somebody announce it? I haven't seen. I haven't been on social media in a couple hours. Ever since Best Buy stopped selling movies, all the other sellers have started raising prices. It used to be $25 and now it's $29.95. Yeah. You know, I talked about that when it first happened. I was like, yeah, less competition means prices are going to raise. That's what happens. And it did. Now, I think Groove is doing a good job, like acting as the competitor to Amazon and Walmart and making them lower prices. Like if you'll notice, like when Groove does a sale, that's when you'll see the Amazon prices drop. So Groove is kind of occupying that spot right now. So if I'm thankful for Groove, the fact that they exist. I'm sorry. Can we agree Turbulence is a top tier Christmas movie? Yes, I'll agree on that. I think Turbulence. I just watched that. That's a Christmas movie. For sure. Oswald shut. I won't accept that argument. Yeah, you did. I recommended that on your Instagram. Yeah. Die Hard's overrated. Hey Ken and chat, sorry late to the party. No problem, man. I'm glad you're here. Oh yeah, I'm not too excited for it, man. I can't say I'm excited for it. Yeah, I mean, not as much as the coffee set does, but I think it's okay artwork. I don't know, man. Like I have them in my case, so I don't have those binders and stuff. I can't recommend a binder. I just don't do that, so I don't know if I'm the best person to ask. I might have to start someday. Did you get to watch Thanksgiving 1? No, I did not. I did not. Cause she's got a great ass. The Lionsgate Limited logo certainly makes it worth paying an extra $15 for the disc. Yeah. Yeah. Artwork is hot garbage. Kill Bill Volume 2 is only half these in one. Yeah, I don't know. I'd probably rank Jackie Brown, Kill Bill Volume 2, and then Kill Bill Volume 1 last. I don't hate the new arc and the new Tarantino steelbooks, but I don't love them either. I'll still buy them though, just to keep my Tarantino steelbook collection going. I mean, the Kill Bill artworks are better than the Best Buy ones that I already have. That's very like basic artwork on those steelbooks. So I think that they're better on the new ones. Yeah, I'm going to talk about that tonight because I've had people reach out to me and ask me about it. So I'm going to just cover it tonight in the live stream. Yeah, they got to put Steve Buscemi on that cover or something. Half-ass movie podcast says the art is meh. It's meh. But I'm guessing Blockbuster box sets is going to have some good outer options. They might. They just might. They just might. These slips look like Vinegar Syndrome. I dig them. Yeah, I could see that. Risky Business doesn't have a 4K steelbook that I know of. Why is it that some physical media collectors hate cord cutters? Cord cutters. Why would you hate it? Isn't cord cutting mean that you just stream? Is that what that means? I don't know. I didn't know that they did. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. At least, because that kind of bugs me, the fact that they don't have like a standard version of the conversation for $40. Yeah. And the thing that sucks about it, unless Lionsgate Limited is going to run a sale, I'm pretty sure they're going to stay at that price. I don't think that it's not going to be like if it's on Amazon, then it lowers down $5, something like that. At least I don't see it that way. You don't see that at a lot of the boutique sites. So hopefully Lionsgate Limited will run a sale and they'll keep them in stocks. And it's like the only thing they have on that site. It's like they got to keep them in stock to keep the site going, I guess. But I anticipate there's going to be a lot more stuff that gets announced on that site next year. And they ain't budging. Yeah, I mean that John Wick, I agree it is too much, but I think that is more worth it than that Pulp Fiction box set. Like that's a nice hard box with some cool extras on the inside. It's a nice steel book, and the 4K is incredible. So what? I mean, those will drop in price. Let me see that real quick. What? All right, let's take a trip to Blu-ray.com where the magic happens. Yeah, we do have Kill Bill Steelbook. Oh, My Girl 4K got announced, guys. Amadeus 4K got announced. Constantine, like we got some stuff to talk about this Monday. Let me type this in. Now they're showing them without slip covers. I'm sure they'll have slip covers. Like they do that sometimes where they'll show them without slip covers. Hopefully. Because you know the movie's not worth buying unless it has a slip cover, guys. Let's be honest. But yeah, $42.99. So it is more expensive as of right now to pre-order the standard versions than it is the steelbook versions. But I'm sure that price will drop. Yeah, I like the artwork on these two. You know, I think they're pretty cool. Second one's pretty cool. I really like the second one quite a bit. And we'll back out and take a look at Jackie Brown. Jackie Brown's like this. That's like the same, isn't it? That's a little bit different. Let's see. Oh no, I mean it's different. It's different. I don't know why I was thinking it looked exactly the same. Oh, come on. Yeah, that one is better. That artwork is, imagine that artwork on a steelbook. That's better. That definitely looks more like Pam Grier. It definitely looks more like Pam Grier. So yeah, like I don't mind the Kill Bills as much, but yeah, I might double dip for Jackie Brown. I might grab them both. Screw it. Because I like that artwork, but I don't want to not get the Jackie Brown steelbook because I need to fill out my Tarantino steelbook collection. But I do like this artwork. But yeah. Here's the Constantine steelbook. There's the cover art on that. They didn't have cover art when they showed it on Groove when it first came out. What do y'all think about that? Y'all think about that artwork? It's pretty cool. If I spent 40 on a movie, I think blood would shoot out of my ears. Oh shit. All right, guys, trying to catch up. Tony Marie, I ordered the deal. Kill Bill 1 through 2, Jackie Brown, Reservoir Dog, Conversation Box, and Apocalypse Now. Now, all good. Merry Christmas to me. Damn, you treated yourself, didn't you? We'll be on this upswing for good now. Yeah. I mean, there are prices I'm not willing to go. Like, it's possible I might break and get it, but like I'm trying to hold firm on the Reanimator box. Like $80 is too much. And it's like I just watched Reanimator like back in October with my wife. And the 4K, or not the 4K, but the Blu-ray that Arrow did, like really looks good. And that kind of satisfied my Reanimator itch for a while. So I'm not like in a super mood to watch it. So, and I'm sure it'll get like another standard edition at some point. If Arrow doesn't do it, I can buy the dumbed down version just to have it in 4K at some point. I don't need the box set. I don't need the bobblehead. I don't need the chance of getting a syringe or anything like that. And Reanimator I like Reanimator, but like From Beyond to me is like Stuart Gordon's best movie. So let's see, guys. Oh, you think so, Shad? I didn't look at the details. Are they not gonna? Let's look at what it says. Yeah, it just says resolution 4K HDR. Huh. Well, I guess we hope for the best. Hope for the best, because I don't think there's been like an official announcement for those. Walmart has the regular edition of Kill Bill for $27.96 each. Okay, so that's probably what the Amazon price will end up being. Well, they're going for the people that don't care about the groceries and the gas. They'll let their car run out of gas and they'll just go without eating for a week, Marius. Like that's who they're going for. The people that are willing to do that, that's the people that will reap the physical media rewards. I'm joking, by the way. Like I said before, we fell into the trap of cheap steals were great artwork from Lionsgate. Now they're jacking up about double the price since we all like it. Some of us cannot resist. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Yeah. I will say though, like I used to try to collect or get all the Lionsgate steelbooks, and I passed on quite a few that came out this year. Quite a few. What's up, Jerrison? I'll happily spend $40 for an Arrow style limited box set, but $40 is too much for a steelbook, especially when there's 3 to buy. Yeah, I mean that's true. That's true. Okay, nice. Man, I've been seeing people unbox that. I've been seeing images online. That thing looks top tier. I had somebody comment on my video because I was complaining about the Reanimator price. And they're like, you spent $200 on that Never Ending Story box set, Ken. Why do you complain about Reanimator at $80? I'm like, have you seen that freaking Never Ending Story box set? Like that thing is like a freaking like prop book that's this big. Like that would be like $100 by itself, you know. And then you got or 100, 125, 150. Like you could there are prop sites that would sell that for that much money, something that big. And then you got like a box set on the inside with Never Ending Story, tons of extra stuff and special features. It's a 5-disc set. Like I don't know. To me, like when I saw what it actually was going to look like I was like, okay, I spent my money well. Like I legitimately felt like I spent my money well. Now that could change when I actually get it in my hands. Maybe the quality's not as good as what I've been seeing, but I don't think that's going to be the case. I really don't. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, by the end of 2025, like all of our standards are going to be just out the window. Like we're gonna be like $40. What a deal! Like we'll be getting to like $60, $70 steelbooks. That's the norm, and we'll be praying for $40 steelbooks and box sets probably. But here's the good news. You know, I'm sure that I got a lot of shit back there that I ain't watched yet, and I'm sure a lot of you all do as well. And if we have to, we can just say, nah, we're good. I'm just going to watch what's in my collection. And I can't buy this shit anymore. And then maybe they'll lower the prices, it'll happen. All right. Yeah, that's true. That's true, Tony. Nice. Great movies. I'll be honest, like I cannot get into the Christmas movie watching mood. I can't. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I've hardly watched. I watched a few with my wife. Like I've watched Bad Santa. I've watched The Holiday. I've watched. We watched Family Man with Nicolas Cage the other night, and I forgot how good that movie is. I really like that movie. It's a nice feel good movie, and that's pretty much it. I watched Silent Night, Deadly Nights. To review. We watched Home Alone, but and I'll watch Vacation on Christmas Eve, and I'll probably watch Scrooge on Christmas Eve. But I just honestly, I just been trying to keep up with all the new releases and trying to get reviews out for you guys, and I only have like so much time to do all this. So I just haven't had extra time to watch Christmas movies like I usually do, and it's sad. It's sad. Avi, are you serious? These literally may be the bottom 3 movies. What? 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 No, I get it. Like I'm not gonna lie, like Kill Bill Volume 2, like it's because Tarantino's filmography is so strong. Like Kill Bill Volume 2 and Jackie Brown like might be in my bottom 3 too, but I still think they're great and I love them. But like he's got so many bangers, like it's almost impossible to rank his stuff. But Kill Bill would be close to the top for me. But I don't know. He's definitely got a lot of great stuff. Oh, go for it, man. Go for it. From Beyond is definitely better than Watching Me Live. Definitely better. Get it, KB. You know you love it. Thank you, Amanda. I got a haircut this week. I appreciate the love. You know, hopefully the wife isn't watching. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Yeah, go check out my Joker 2 review. I dropped that yesterday at 5 a.m. by mistake. A lot of people were like, didn't you mean to drop this early? I'm like, no, I meant to set it for 5 p.m. I accidentally set it for 5 a.m. I've done that a couple of times. And then I dropped that Reanimator video later in the day to make up for it. But yeah, go check out my Joker 2 review or Joker Folly Ado, whatever you want to call it. I dropped that 4K review yesterday. There'll be a Transformers 1 review tomorrow, but also that video is going to serve as me like talking about Paramount's new like way that they're rolling out physical media, kind of cutting out the Blu-ray, it looks like, going forward. So I'm going to dive into that topic with that video. It's not just going to be a Transformers 1 review. But there you go. I watched a couple animated movies over the week. I don't usually watch a lot of animation anymore, but we watched The Wild Robot and we watched Transformers 1. 3 from Hell. Nice. I got to get down to the end of the chat. I'm still 30 minutes behind. I think they all look good, and I'm getting all 3. Been waiting on these 4Ks since forever. Yeah. Some people are just like, look, I've just been waiting on this shit forever. It's time. Like, this is why I collect. This is the fucking reason this is the reason I do this shit. I've been waiting for this stuff. I've been waiting for fart in my face, blood nightmare from Vinegar Syndrome. I haven't been waiting for that, but I buy it when they announce a $50 box set of Fart in My Face Blood Syndrome from Vinegar Syndrome or Blood Demon. I buy it because it's on 4K and it's in a nice slip box with nice artwork. I get it. But when actual like movies that we love get announced and they get announced for $40, we get all like we turn our nose up at it. It is kind of silly. Ken, have you watched Alien Romulus then? If not, what's the holdup? I did. I watched it on Hulu a couple of weekends ago, and I enjoyed it. Didn't love it, but I enjoyed it. Thought it was good. And that's all I had to say about it. That girl is she's no Sigourney Weaver. That's all I gotta say. That was my only problem with it. She was playing tough, whereas Sigourney Weaver is actually tough. In the first Alien and Aliens. We don't talk about the other sequels. They're not great. I don't know if they're saying they're just upscale, then I doubt it. Tarantino had anything to do with it, which is a shame. I think that Tarantino, because I listened to the Joe Rogan podcast with Tarantino and Roger Avery a couple of weeks ago. And it sounds like to me, like Tarantino only cares about like watching VHS tapes and like movies on actual film, like in his home theater. So I don't think he has like a physical media collection. I don't even know if he cares about like Blu-rays and 4Ks and preserving this stuff on physical media. So I don't know if he's going to be like, has he approved anything of his movies? Like, did he approve Inglourious Bastards to come to 4K? I mean, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, that was a modern movie, so I don't know like how much he had to do with that 4K. But yeah, I don't know. No, it's not a Bud Light. I can't drink and stream. It's a Zevia, which is basically I love Diet Coke, but Diet Coke's terrible for you with all the dyes and stuff they put in it. So this is basically like a Diet Coke with like natural natural ingredients, and it doesn't have the dyes and all that stuff, and it's just better for you. It's a little bit more expensive, but to be honest, like Diet Coke is expensive now. Like even to get the generic Diet Coke, it's expensive. So I get these. I can get like 8 of them for I think $6 or something if they're on sale. So I get them because they're better for you. They don't taste as good, but they're decent. They still got caffeine in them. Yeah, they need to. They need to because I know a lot of people missed out on that, and they could probably throw that up on their Lionsgate Limited website and put it up for like $150, and they'd sell them. Especially since people have been selling that thing for like $500 the past couple of years. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if you start seeing that kind of stuff. All right, guys, I'm going to have to scroll down. That's what I'm waiting for. My copy of No Country for Old Men on 4K. I ordered that from Criterion directly. That's what I'm waiting for. That's the other big one. What's up, Mike? How you doing, man? Mike, you're just going to have to pay up or shut up, man. It's a big boy hobby now, you know. There was something. Who was that? Somebody shared something the other day in a group chat that I'm in on Instagram, and somebody had posted on Facebook about the Deadpool and Wolverine, or it was somewhere on Reddit or something, and they basically like said something to the effect of they were happy to pay $65 to $70 for the Deadpool and Wolverine steelbooks, and that everybody needed to shut up about the prices. This is a big boy hobby now. And or he's like, I love that this is a big boy hobby now, and we're all paying these high prices for these premium steelbooks. He's basically like bragging about paying a lot of money for a steelbook. And it was just so funny to me. So I've been like trolling a lot of people and saying, "Oh, everybody that complains about the prices, this is a big boy hobby now. You gotta put up or shut up." 65, 70, we rolling high now, baby. That's the hobby. You know, remember back in the VHS and Laserdisc days, and people keep talking about that. They're like, you know what? Back in the 80s and 90s, we was paying like 80, 90, $100 for these movies. You know, what are y'all complaining about? $40 for a 4K? Come on now, get out of here. Yeah, I'm just kidding. I thought that was funny though. It's a big boy hobby now. Put up or shut up. When it's like, okay, you're buying Deadpool and Wolverine, it's like you're probably buying 6 releases a year because, you know, you only care about the Marvel stuff. VS just started shipping out Black Friday. I live in the same town as Archive and just got my order there coming. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. My biggest problem with the Venom sets is they contain the Venom movies. That is a problem. Shit. It should. I just got like I don't know what who put out those steelbooks I got, but I got a steelbook of THX 1138. I'm looking for Congo. It's is it not up on their site right now? I mean, I wouldn't technically. What's up, Mel? How you doing? I hope you're doing well, Mel. And I hope you have a Merry Christmas. Everybody go subscribe to Mel from My Killer Podcast. Brides of Dracula. You haven't seen a lot of that stuff. I really haven't. Yeah, I know. I'll probably think it's a Christmas movie after I watch it. Oh, it is. It is. It's a hilarious movie. So Sylvester Stallone is like really good with the comedy of that movie. A lot of people give him crap saying he wasn't as good with comedy as Arnold, but like Demolition Man's an example of him like being really good with the comedy. With the whole three seashells gimmick and the cussing and the slips coming out. Like he does a good job in that movie. What's up, Scott? What's up, James? Spy Kids. Man, I'm still waiting on Surf Ninjas. You all can't have no Spy Kids till I get my Surf Ninjas. VSU, baby. Yeah, doesn't it need a Blu-ray? Sudden Death and Under Siege were reworked Die Hard sequel scripts. All the Die Hard sequels are based on screenplays that were not written as Die Hard films. Oh, okay. I get it. I mean, that sounds. Sudden Death was definitely Die Hard influenced. Basically, any guy that's like having to save his family in some kind of building, it's Die Hard. Is that what it is? Die Hard sucks. Sucks. Oh, really? You still got Blu-rays? Will you ever get into a heated discussion over whether or not Die Hard is a Christmas movie? If I watch it and I think it's not, yes, we will have words. No, probably not. Probably not. Christmas is almost over. There's no more time for heated discussions. Maybe we could plan that next year, though. Maybe next year. Yeah. That just got a Blu-ray, I think, from Shout last year, didn't it? Because I just watched Turbulence and I saw how Christmassy it was. And also, like, nobody really talks about Turbulence as being anything. So it can be a Christmas movie. Everybody says Die Hard's like the greatest action film, though. So that's what it is. It's not a Christmas movie, But I just haven't seen Die Hard in a while. I have seen The Last of Us season 1. I thought it was okay. Started strong, ended weak, in my opinion. I'm trying to move on, Dingo. The dingo ate your baby. Why would you panic buy a 4K player when you have Sony, Panasonic, and others still making plenty of them? I thought about ordering another one. I need to get that Panasonic because I got a Sony right now. I've heard the Panasonic's like a lot better. So I've been meaning to order that for a while. Because my Sony's is good, but it will freeze sometimes. And I heard that only gets worse with some of those Sony players. So that's why I have a hard time recommending my Sony player. When people ask me, I'm like, yeah, well, I got the Sony, but it's not, it's good. It's a good player, but it also freezes. So that's what happens. But I've heard nothing but good things about the Panasonic. Django and Hateful Eight, like, they'd be worth $40, I feel like, Those are some meat. Those are some beefy movies. Beefy movies. Especially if they do the Netflix. Was it Netflix that did the extended version, the 4-part Hateful Eight? Like, they could do the regular version, then they could do the extended version. Like, that would be cool. That'd be cool. Rock on. Tango Cash is a fun time. It's a fun time. I wouldn't be mad if it got a 4K. Why are they such a pain to you, Eric? They provide protection, for the movies that you love. It's a sign of true love for the movie that you're purchasing because you bought it when it came out. That means you love the movie, Like my slipcover for Crybaby. That means that I love Crybaby because I bought it day one with a nice slipcover. Even though most of the kinos will have their slipcovers when you buy them in the sale months later. But I don't know. It's just it's cool, I guess. I don't know. They look so like naked and lonely without slipcovers, They just do. I don't know what to tell you, Eric. Yeah, we're gonna be seeing. Yeah, we're gonna be seeing some bee stings in 4K. You know, we're gonna be seeing some bee stings in 4K. Poor Macaulay. You know, poor Macaulay. What would I like to see in? What would you like to see on 4K in the future? I want From Hell and Ed Wood, both Disney properties. So who knows? I mean, there's a lot. I'm sure I could. I'm sure I'll make like 3 videos at the beginning of the year talking about stuff I want to see in 4K this year. But I want more comedies. I want The Mask, like that's a big one. Dumb and Dumber, Cable Guy, a lot of the Jim Carrey stuff. I would love to see come in 4K. There's really not a lot of horror films left to do in 4K. Like not a lot of the big ones, like The Fly. Reanimator was a big holdout. That's coming. The Omen. Of course, I want to see the Nightmare sequels. I hope we get the announcement for that, which by all indications we should. Boogie Nights, I would love to see on 4K. There Will Be Blood. Like, there's a lot of stuff where there's some rumors circulating, but we haven't gotten like anything concrete yet that I would love to get. And we got Bloody Mars X, Bloody Mars X, $9.99 super chat. Thank you so much. I hope you're doing well. I just want to say that I absolutely love your content. If you have a moment, could you please share how I can improve my content? I haven't seen your content, Bloody Mars, but what I will say is if you message me on Instagram and you send me a link to your channel or Twitter, something, but I don't check my messages on Twitter or X nearly enough, nearly as much. Message me on Instagram and send me a link to your channel and I will check it out. Or you can post like a link in the comments section of this video or something. And I will check it out and I can give you some tips or some comments or something like that. So yeah, just let me know. Just let me know. But thank you so much for the $9.99 super chat. Let me
What are you waiting for, huh? What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for, huh? What are you waiting for?
Clip's so nice, I played it twice. I actually didn't mean to do that, so I apologize. QT movies are new transfers. There we go. The debate has begun. Somebody says, no, they're not new transfers. They're upscales. Somebody says they're native 4K transfers. Somebody says they're brand new. Tarantino approved them. Everybody's got some information from somewhere. Everybody's got something to say. There's an argument to be had. There's a debate that's brewing. I wish the damn studios, like all of them, would just up front say like exactly what the F it is. Like just tell us what you're doing. So I don't have to listen to 5 different people say 6 different things because one of them says 2 different things. Favorite Kubrick film? Oh, it's got to be The Shining. It's got to be The Shining. The Shinnin. Yeah. After that, I would say Full Metal Jacket. That's a freaking masterpiece of a film. And then I would go Paths of Glory. I love Paths of Glory. I think it's a banger. Michael Douglas. Or Kirk Douglas, sorry. His dad. Great movie. They are overrated. You don't need them. You can go without. You can go without eating for a week. Ain't no big deal. Yeah. That is true, Avi. That's true. I talked about my thoughts on it in a video. I can't remember what video I talked about it, but I liked it. I thought it was fun. It was a movie that was like talked about for so long. Like it came out in the early 2000s. Like I was in high school. I remember people talking about it. I don't know why I didn't watch it, but I just never did. People I used to work with talked about it. I've heard it quoted like so many times. So I can't say that it totally lived up to that like level of hype, but it was fun and I enjoyed it. I tried to temper my expectations. Thought Billy Bob Thornton was great, Bernie Mac great, John Ritter great, the cast was great. It was a fun movie. I liked it. I liked it. They wouldn't be able to keep making these big sets and steelbooks and reissuing movies and raising prices if there was not a big demand. There is a big demand amongst the niche. You know, we are a slightly smaller but strong but and mighty crowd. What's up, Tony? I know Tony's fresh off a live stream. Welcome, Tony. Gremlins is a great one. We just reviewed Family Man on half-ass movie podcast last week. Trouble in Paradise coming Monday. Yeah, Family Man is a good one. It's a good one. Yeah, 4K Bad Santa. Yeah. Yeah. Tony in the house. Christmas Story, true classic. Love the Christmas Story Christmas just as much. Christmas Story Christmas is very underrated. That is a very underrated sequel. You know, that's like the Blade Runner 2049 of Christmas movie sequels. You know, came out like 40 years after the first one and lived up to the greatness of the first. I think Christmas Story Christmas is great. It's a great sequel. It feels like a true sequel to that first movie. And you know, the who's the actor that plays Ralphie? God, I forget his name, but I know he wrote it and he came back to star in it. It's got a lot of the same people from the first one, all grown up, and it's a good time. No, I got that one ordered. Like I got my Stir of Echoes, but I didn't get my Kickboxer. What the hell? I might have it in the closet, Marius, or maybe I need to go to the post office. It's been a couple of weeks. I got a few packages in the closet I haven't unboxed yet. I know we got Tony in here. We got Mel. It feels like such a throwback, you know, to like 2022, like live streams. Thank y'all for being here. Jackie Brown's now at the bottom. Norless Tapes takes exception to that. Heretic was one of the best films of the year. I'm excited to watch that one. Dude, if we don't get From Dusk Till Dawn next year, my fear is that From Dusk Till Dawn's 30th anniversary is 2026. I feel like they're going to hold out for the 30th. Like whoever is going to do it, they're going to do it in 2026 and we won't see it in 2025. That's my fear. But like that's my most anticipated of like any 4K. I feel like right now. I love that movie. It's in my top 50 of all time. For sure. Yeah. Yeah, he just has film prints and VHS. I gotta buy all the 4K players. I mean, look, we all buy stuff, you know, sometimes. Some would say we're panic buying movies, you know, because we're afraid it's going to sell out. We're afraid it's not going to have that premium box set after, you know, a few weeks. We're afraid it's not going to have the slipcover. Some would say we panic buy movies, you know. We're just stocking up because we're afraid it's going to stop, you know. Yeah, Coke is bad. Coke is bad, Cal. Yeah, it is. It is. You're right. You're right. Man, I'm tired. Look at them. Man, I look tired tonight. I was up too late last night. Frank and them kept me up late. Too damn late. I can't stay up that late tonight. All right. What's going on? $40 was average for a Laserdisc, $130 for box sets. Well, there you go. That's what we're back to, you know. We're back to the Laserdisc days. You know. But those were $40 when like you could buy groceries for the week for $40. So that's like the equivalent to a regular edition being $250 in 2024. That's what that's the same. There you go. Joe Reese rolls hard. He rolls hard and dirty. Damn, Patrick's tough, man. That's tough love right there. That's like that that's like that put up or shut up big boy hobby shit right there. The price is the price on 4K Steelbooks. Tap out if you can't afford it. Bitch. Oh shit. God, I love it. I love it. I just love I got a very interesting like viewpoint, I guess. I just see so many people's different opinions on this like all the time on physical media, and I just think it's great. I love seeing and hearing everybody's like different points of view. Um Even when most of them are like, Ken, you're fucking stupid. This is what I think. I hate you, Ken. You suck. You're the worst. This is why you're wrong about this. Okay. I get a lot of that. You know, you got to have a thick skin, guys. You got to have a thick skin if you get into this YouTube game because people are mean. They're just mean. But, you know, it is what it is. Damn, like it was yesterday. Shit, see, Danny's on that real shit. He's like $40 steel, but he's paying 90 to 100 on a fucking VHS, you know. And VHS tapes are up to what, $60 now? Buying brand new Alien Romulus VHS. Oh my god. Thriller on VHS was $29.99. They got sperm on the cover. Sperm. You haven't seen Bride of Chucky? Cal, you haven't seen that? See you later, Tony. Surfing Ninja. We need Surf Ninjas. Yeah, I probably am wrong. You know, I probably am wrong. Is the movie Happiness really growing on you? No, it's not. You know, I had somebody, when that whole thing was going on, when people posted about my video about happiness, how to not buy it. Like that got posted on Reddit, and there was like a bunch of comments. Like people were really coming after me on Reddit over my thoughts on a movie, which is stupid. But anyway, I had like a couple people like message me on Instagram, and they were people that clearly started accounts on Instagram to message me. Because when I looked, they had like zero, they were following zero people, they had zero followers. So they created accounts to message me on Instagram. And basically all they said was, I hate you. You have the worst channel ever. they were just like, I hate you so much. And it was like I think it was like a couple days after the happiness Reddit thing was going on. I'm like, damn, like, I really upset some people with that, with my thoughts on that movie. I'll just say that. I hate you. You don't like pedo movies. I hate you, and I hope you die, Ken. Turbulence is a Christmas thriller. It gets better with age. Yeah, because it's not, it's a thriller, but I'd say Christmas is the most prominent thing about that movie. It's a Wonderful Life's playing in the background like the whole time. So, yeah, I need to get the Panasonic. Yeah, I should have got that. I should have got it when it's $3.29. I didn't. Don Omega says people incorrectly identify Die Hard as a Christmas movie and some get their feelings hurt over it. You're allowed to watch it during Christmas. Day of the Beast is as much of a Christmas movie. Don Omega's spot on. You know, Die Hard came out in July. Like, you watched it in the summertime. Most people watch it for the first time in the summertime, you know. People just started calling it a Christmas movie like 3 years ago when they started putting it out with Christmas sweater slipcovers at Walmart. Then it became a Christmas movie. Then they started doing T-shirts and they started writing books. Like, that's when it happened. Nobody was calling Die Hard a Christmas movie in the 90s or the 2000s. Nobody. Like, literally nobody. I never heard that. Never heard anybody say that one time. One time. It was always just one of the greatest action movies. Everybody knew that. Let's see. I left you in the Walmart parking lot and I drove off laughing and pointing at you. Really? Did I do that? Did I do that? Last of the Mohicans is supposed to come in 4K. It is supposed to come in 4K. At the rates boutiques are announcing ahead of time, we'll already know everything coming for half 2025 by the end of January. I know Umbrella works far ahead. Like, they'll have May releases announced before January. Like, it seems like every week they're like announcing the next month. I'm like, really? It's already time for y'all? Speaking of that, Matt Mead says, am I circumcised? That's a personal question, Matt, but I am Catholic. So yes, I was circumcised when I was a baby. So if you must know. Okay. All right, let's get into the announcements for Arrow Video. Or the tease for Arrow Video. All Arrow Video posted today was a picture of a body of water. That's all they posted. That's the tease. What does that tell you all? Okay, we got some comments I'm going to get into in a second, but what do you all think the big Arrow release that they're going to announce this Friday, which they're announcing a little bit early? They're going to be announcing on, what's this Friday? That's the 20th. This Friday's the 20th, so it's a little bit earlier than they usually do. I guess they don't want to announce it in the midst of the holiday season. So what do you guys think? What are you guys thinking here? There's some good options here. Are they just going to throw a complete curveball like last month? Like, I don't feel anybody was really thinking about cruising. But we've got would love if this was Sphere, says Mark's Movie Vaults. I would love it if it was Deep Rising. Deep Rising would be cool. Deep Blue Sea is an obvious one, but I think it might be possible. Who owns Deep Blue Sea? Let me look. Is that Fox? Deepest, bluest, my head is like a shark fin. Warner Brothers. That's possible. That's very possible. They've been working with Warner Brothers a lot. I think that might be it. I think that might be it for real. I think it might for real be Deep Blue Sea. Dead Comms. Miami Vice in 4K. Flipper. They could be putting out Free Willy in that Blu-ray out of print. That's way out of print. Waterboy. That's a good guess. Deep Blue Sea, Dead Calm. I mean, another obvious one is Jaws. I really don't think that it's going to be Jaws. It could be. Arrow Video is not, not opposed to re-releasing some of the Universal 4Ks. I just don't know if Universal would give up Jaws. I don't know if they would give up Jaws or not. Like, I mean, it could be a Jaws like box set. Maybe Steven Spielberg said, "Go ahead, put my first movie with all the sequels in a nice box set from Arrow Video." Like, that would be cool, right? with another AI transfer of Jaws 3. That would be pretty cool. I don't think it's Jaws though. I don't. I think Deep Blue Seas is a pretty pretty likely candidate, if I'm being honest. But what do you all think? These announcements depress me at times as people comment titles that really need releases just for Arrow to disappoint me and announce something of not much interest or a film I have. Yeah, I just don't think Jaws would be super exciting. I mean, we've already got a great Jaws 4K, but I mean, they did Waterworlds on 4K. They did Carlito's Way on 4K and Glorious Bastards. Those are all Universal 4Ks already that they redid with Arrow Video. So, I mean, it's possible. I would love Deep Rising, though. Deep Rising or Deep Blue Sea would make me happy. Either one. Either one. But what do you guys think? A lot of people are wanting Waterworld on 8K. That could be a good option. 8K of Waterworlds. Y'all for that? Y'all for that? I'm gonna go back there and grab. I go back there and grab movies all the time. Mozart, are you happy, Mozart? You got your movie announced on 4K finally. You got your Amadeus. Are you happy now? Are you not entertained by Amadeus on 4K? KB's still in here. What's up, KB? Oh, KB, why don't you reach out to one of your contacts, man? You're in the know. Let me know tomorrow, okay? Let me know tomorrow. You're good, Ken. How was the 4K? Was it good? Yeah, what's his name again? Peter Billingsley. That's right. I just remembered. They did, in fact, panic buy toilet paper. I don't know, Adrian. They might be coming back next year. They might not. I don't know. I can't promise anything anymore. I can only promise that tomorrow I've got a Transformers 1 4K review. I can promise that I've got some Kino Lorber reviews coming up. Just random titles I checked out recently. I can promise some Second Sight unboxings coming. I can promise another topic video that's going to be pretty damn spicy, and that drops on Sunday. It's going to be pretty spicy, and I'll just leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. What is your favorite steelbook design of the year? There was one that was really good. Killer Clowns is a good one. I'm trying to think. I like the Major League one. I really like the Major League one with all the magnets and stuff. I think Stir of Echoes is really good. This new one I got, but there was like a clear winner that I can't think of off the top of my head. Let me look down here. And my steel books. Oh, the Borderlands Claptrap. That was my favorites. Oh my God. I haven't watched the movie yet, but geez, that was cool. We do. We'll simulcast it. Let's do that. Everybody's channel. Can we do that on like 8 different channels? The best of, I always wanted to go back to like a random month, like in 2019 or something. Talk about old titles. Tony's got every one of them. It's probably got more down. Let's see. What did you say, Ken? I already forgot. I already forgot. Probably not. Probably not. They would have done me a favor. They would have done something that I can't do myself. It's very hard for me to give up stuff. So, yeah, I wouldn't be mad. Yes, we do. We do. We both share the same opinion on happiness. I just talked about that Scrooge McDuck. course, this was 11 minutes ago. What was the point of happiness to empathize with the pedo that he's suffering? You have that affliction. Just do the honorable thing. Yeah. I mean, my problem is that the movie just like casually puts it in there and there's no like consequences or there's no like satisfying conclusion to that story. It's just not a good movie. Like the movie itself wasn't good enough to handle that kind of material. Like that was my biggest problem with it. It wasn't the actual like material itself. It's just the movie and the filmmaker, they weren't good enough to handle it in the proper way. That's just my opinion, though. A lot of people love that movie, apparently. Making me and my girlfriend some late night sandwiches. Thank you for cooking entertainments. Also, well, I'm glad hope you're making some good stuff, man. Also, what do you think will be in the next Columbia Classics? That's a tough one. I would have to break down like all the Sony stuff and Columbia Pictures stuff and like really like sit down and figure it out. I don't know if I can come up with that off the top of my head. I am a great salesman for Arrow Video. I am. He is correct. I did see that video, you know. I did see that video. You know, Last Movie Standing reminds me of 2005 Randy Orton. You know, he is trying to be the legend killer, you know, and last week when he dropped that video, he dropped an RKO on me. I'm going to be honest, he did. He dropped an RKO out of nowhere. All right. But you know what? The legend will come back. The legend will come back. And he will get his revenge. But anyway, you know, trying to build a name for yourself off the legends. I get it. I get it. I get it. But I will have a rebuttal. I will have a rebuttal. Come on, Warners. What's the holdup on House Party and Surf Ninjas? I mean, we need Surf Ninjas from Vinegar Syndrome. VSU Edition. That is what we need. Damn, Greg, just casually drop what you make in a year. Show off. Show off. Damn, man. 90K of the year. Good. What a flex. What a flex. Well, of course they did. They want to market the film as much as they can. You know, they want to keep it living on. Like, that's how your movie lives forever. If it's made into a Christmas movie, people have a reason to watch it every single year. Like, Christmas movies live on till eternity. If Die Hard is a Christmas movie, then Batman Returns is as well. Yeah, I don't consider Batman Returns to be a Christmas movie either. Oh, really, Michelle? You're on that bandwagon too? Okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't see Trading Places as a Christmas movie either. Deep Blue Sea is a Christmas movie, for sure. Bowfinger needs an upgrade. I worked for RKO 10-plex movie theater when Die Hard came out. That is definitely not a Christmas movie by far. Okay, there we go. I could call Die Hard a Christmas movie, but I prefer to do things correctly. A lot of I like some of the people in this comment section tonight. A lot of intelligent people, you know. Saying the right thing. I thought Open Water 2 might be a cool one. I'm not a huge fan of The Shallows, I'll be honest. That would be cool because that never got a Blu-ray, right? I don't think they got a Blu-ray. Castaway, I would love if they did Castaway. That's a Fox title though, I think. Sharknado, that would be a cool one. Deep Rising is badass. I love Deep Rising. Master and Commander, it could be. Didn't they Warner Brothers put that on their slate, didn't they? I mean, maybe. Maybe. Harpoon 4K. That does look like the water in the sky from Miami Vice during speedboat scene. Into the Blue. The Truman Show. That'd be very disappointing being so we just got that 4K last year. I've heard that we are supposed to be getting it, so we'll see. No, I never reviewed the I never got that one. I never got it. Body Double Steelbook was great. It was simple. Just put the poster on there. I did. I watched Death Sentence a few years ago. I had seen it back in the day, but it had been a long time. That's a good revenge thriller for sure. It's a good one. Oh goodness. I mean, he's got so many good ones. I've still like this isn't like a traditional Kevin Bacon movie, but like I always thought he was a great villain in X-Men First Class. Like that's why that's my favorite X-Men movie. Like I just thought he was so good in that. And a lot of people when they think of Kevin Bacon movies, like they're not going to throw out X-Men First Class, but like that I think is one of his like best performances as the villain in that. But Tremors, Footloose, like the classics, like Kevin Bacon's great in a lot of stuff, for sure. I always liked him in Apollo 13 too. I grew up on Apollo 13, watched that all the time. Yeah, Over the Top's fun. That would be a cool cool release. You think it's a Christmas movie, Cal? I mean, you're a DC guy, so you got to have some DC movies to watch in December. I disagree. I disagree. I mean, he just buys Christmas tree. He's just at a Christmas tree place in the beginning of the movie. Like, that's what makes that Christmas. I don't. I've said that before, though, Steven, about It's a Wonderful Life. Like, it's a Christmas movie because it's so iconic and just so attached to the holiday. But that movie, like, besides the ending, doesn't feel anything like Christmas. Castaway is Fox along with The Beach. Yeah. I've always preferred the Tarantino 4K slips to the steelbooks. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, damn. Yeah, it could be wait a second. I thought they did a 40th anniversary this year. Am I crazy? It was 75 though, wasn't it? Maybe it is. Maybe it is. I just can't see I could see Universal would want to do their own like box set, I would think. Like not give it to Arrow. All right, guys, we're almost to the bottom. Almost to the bottom. Drop Zone would be cool. Drop Zone would be cool. That's a good movie. I like Drop Zone. Master and Commander. Oh, nice. That's a good deal. That's a good deal. All right, we made it to the bottom. Let me get into this LG stuff real quick. So like when this was first announced, I saw a bunch of people making videos. I saw Chase make a video, AVA Pop Culture. I haven't watched anybody's videos. I don't know too much about this at all. Like I'm just going to dive into this other than LG's just not selling players, but I had a bunch of people like tell me this. I haven't read any articles. So I brought up a couple of articles and we can dive into those and just kind of get into it. And then I'll share my thoughts. So this is on Film Stories. I'm not even familiar with this outlet. I don't know what they do, but yeah, they did a story on LG to stop making Blu-ray and 4K Ultra Blu-ray players. So LG is not making players anymore. I'm guessing like as of right now, they're just going to stop making them. Let's see. LG's range of Blu-ray and 4K HD Blu-ray players is coming to an end, at least for the time being. More details here. So they're saying for the time being. So did they announce they're going to completely stop, or are they taking a break? Or are they seeing if there's interest, after a few months and maybe they'll get back into it? Like, is this a thing where like if their stock sells out of the next few months, like are they going to get back into making players? Which I think would be an interesting strategy if a bunch of people panic bought their players. And then they're like, you know what, let's get back into it because all of our players sold. All right. But anyway, even as there's been a swing of supports towards physical media, towards physical disc media in recent months, a swing of supports. And even as we hear optimistic noises about the sales of 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray disc in particular, there's still trouble around the corner. In this case, the news that one of the last major manufacturers of Blu-ray and 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray players is exiting the market, at least for the time being. As per a report at Flash Panels HD, LG is discontinuing its range of disc players, and that once existing stocks of its units are depleted, there are no immediate plans to manufacture more. There's a slight olive branch that a formal cancellation hasn't been announced, and that means there's a possibility of starting production up in the future, but still, that seems like something of a long shot. Samsung exited the market a few years ago, and it hasn't shown any signs of returning, nor will it. Sony has a vested interest in the Blu-ray format, so it continues to make hardware, and Panasonic still has its foot in the game too. Disc players aren't going to be disappearing, but it does seem further confirmation in the streaming era that physical media is a niche interest a long way from the DVD boom. Yeah, I mean, nothing I can really argue there. I mean, it is a long way from the DVD boom, and it's certainly a niche interest. I mean, if they're not selling them, then I guess it makes sense to exit. Like, I think it's perfectly reasonable for LG to say, hey, we're going to stop making them for a while. Maybe we'll get back into it. I mean, they're not saying they won't get back into it. So I don't really even see this as like a doom and gloom type of thing. They're just literally stating the fact that, people aren't buying players like they used to. They're not selling as much, and they're going to stop for now. So, I don't know what a lot of people are saying. I do know I got some comments though. I forget if it was like a comment on a video or a comment on a short or whatever, where people were like, didn't you hear about LG not selling players? Like, physical media is dead. But you always get those kind of comments from people that don't even know what they're talking about. They're just like comments and stupid crap. People that, obviously just watch stuff on streaming and they're happy, and that's fine. But, don't ruin other people's happiness and what makes them happy, But I will say, like, LG, I had a 4K player that was an LG. That was the player that I had before Sony, and it was terrible. It was a terrible player. Kept shutting off all the time. Kept spitting the disc out. Like, it would do all kinds of crazy things. So I don't think that LG was like a top player anyway. So we're probably not missing out on much. I think if Sony and Panasonic stays in the game, we're probably good. And also, like, the market will correct itself, right? Like, if they don't feel the need to sell the players anymore and there's an interest, somebody else will swoop in and fill that hole. So as long as there's an interest, it doesn't matter like who quits and who starts up and who quits again, or what happens. Like, somebody will come in and fill that need as long as there's an interest. So yeah, I don't see this as like a panic buying situation. It's not like Sony's going to stop tomorrow or Panasonic's going to stop selling players tomorrow. I mean, they could. I mean, anything could happen, but I don't see that happen, especially since, they, like I said, Sony's got a vested interest. They got the PlayStation 5 that I know there's a discless version of the PlayStation 5, but they are still very much in the physical media space with their physical games and physical movies and all that. And they started Blu-ray back in the day. So, I definitely see that. And Panasonic, I think, is the best on the market. I know a lot of people buy Panasonic that are collectors. So I just think that people wised up a little bit to LG and just how shitty their players were. And I think their sales have done a nosedive over the past like few years. And they just said, hey, we're just not going to do this anymore. We're not good at it. So now my TV is an LG, my OLED C2, and it's a great TV. So they're great at TVs. They're just not great at players anymore. But yeah, there's a couple other things to read here. It's far from doom and gloom, though. The physical media release list for 2025 is already looking healthy, and all of the major studios are still making discs, even if some of them are going through other studios to do so, like Disney. For the purposes of this story, though, if you were in the market for an LG Blu-ray or 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray player, it might be best to get your skates on. More as we hear it, not that we're expecting to hear too much more in this instance. So they're kind of, not really fear-mongering, but basically saying, oh, you may want to buy one, because, this could be the beginning of the end for the 4K player. So, but yeah, I mean, this site seems to know somewhat of what they're talking about, as far as like physical media, because they seem to be following physical media if they know that it looks healthy in 2025. So no issue with this article. I think it's perfectly reasonable and respectful. Good job, Film Stories. But let me go to the digital bits, because they really, Bill knows what he's talking about over there for sure. So I want to read what he has to say about it. What are you saying, Daniel? I'll get to that in a second. Finally, today we've learned that South Korean manufacturer LG has decided to follow Oppo and Samsung's lead in discontinuing the manufacture of Blu-ray players, including their more recent UBK80 and UBK90 4K UHD players. I probably have one of those. Because I think didn't they say they made them in 2018 or something? This is not entirely surprising because they haven't announced new models in a while now. For years, I used to attend CES, and there would be new player models every single year, but that's no longer the case, and it hasn't been in a while. And yet almost every year, there are new flat panel and projector models. Something is definitely wrong with that picture. It's also ironic because Hollywood is actually ramping up its support of physical 4K UHD format going into 2025. Now, LG hasn't exactly been on top of anyone's list of must-have 4K players. Sony and Panasonic definitely own that space, not to mention Yamaha, Magnetar, Revon, etc. But still, it's unfortunate news and a shame to see the market for player options shrinking regardless. And he says you can read more here at Flat Panels HD. So there you have it, guys. What do you all think about this LG not doing 4K Blu-ray players anymore? Do you think it's a hit to physical media? Do you think we should all go panic buy 4K players? The sky is falling. Physical media is dead. How long have we been hearing this crap? I think since I started the channel for sure. But yeah, physical media, look, it's shrunk. It's a niche. We're a small but mighty and strong community that still supports this stuff because we love this stuff. And, we like owning our shit physically because it means something to us. But yeah, I'm definitely not worried about a shitty Blu-ray 4K player model being taken off the market. Like they said, they haven't tried to make a new model in 6 years. So to me, this isn't a huge deal. It's a minor hit, but it's not something to really panic about. It's not the same as Best Buy leaving physical media. I feel like that was a big one that caused a huge ripple effect that we're still experiencing right now. LG not doing their crappy players isn't going to affect too much. But what do you guys think about it? Let me know in the comments, in the chat, all that good stuff. And let me jump back into the chat real quick. And then we're going to get the hell out of here because I'm tired. It's 11:35. I got to be up at 6 a.m. I'm tired. I think I'll go home now. That's what you guys get when I've been live for over 2 hours. You get Forrest Gump impressions. That's what happens. That's what happens. How does it feel to be an All-American? I got to pay. All right. Chase says, Tascam, who makes professional filmmaking equipment, and put a 699 ProGrade 4K player in the market too, so they are new to the game. How's that one? Is that the best one? How's that one? Have people reviewed that yet? Thank you, Mel. Mel's still here. It's a good stream of Mel still in the chat. Thank you for being here, Mel. I appreciate it. Is Tony still here too? Let me know, Tony. The $4.99 super chat from Antonis A. I'll just say that for the sake of not mispronouncing your last name. Does Sony have a player that plays Region B and Region C discs? They absolutely do. I own it. I can link it down below when I get done with this stream. I should do that. I should do all my players and all that stuff. I should link that stuff in every video that I do, but I don't because I'm an idiot. And my shells, because people ask me about my shells all the time. I should have all that stuff linked down below at all times. But Sony does have, just look up Region, Region Free Player on Amazon, and the Sony one will pop up most of the time. But yeah, it's a good player. It's a good player. Yeah, it has all the regions, Antonis. Thank you so much for the $4.99. Let me give you a clip.
Oh, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
In case I don't see you guys, because I will not be live next Wednesday. It's Christmas Day. I won't be live on Christmas Day. But I think the next time I'll be live will be New Year's Day. It'll likely be New Year's Day because that's the Vinegar Syndrome subscriber week kickoff. So it'll be a will I won't I Vinegar Syndrome subscriber. So will I subscribe? Will I not? It's an annual tradition where I get on here and I'm like, am I going to subscribe? Am I not? Last 2 years I didn't do it. Will I do it this year? I think Vinegar Syndrome had a good year. I think they had a good year for sure. And a part of me just wants to do it for a year. And I'll get 30% off or whatever off all the stuff that I get anyway. So, and all the regular Vinegar Syndrome stuff. So I just part of me wants to try it, and I think they had a good year this year. So I feel more optimistic about Vinegar Syndrome this year than I did last year around this time. But I don't know. It depends on the money and depends on the funds I have after this Christmas season That's what sucks about it. It's like a week after Christmas, and it's like you're always depleted after Christmas. But let's see. 12 minutes behind. Kevin Bacon is excellent. Kevin Bacon, yeah, I mean, he's got tons of great movies. Hollow Man, Friday the 13th, and talk about that. Just so much. Like, he was in a lot. Like, I know that. Oh, Mystic River. He's great in Mystic River. That's a great movie. So, yeah, him and Sean Penn, and yeah, that's a great movie. It was nice for people who couldn't put a lot of money into buying a player. I've had the same LG player for years, and although it had issues, it hasn't crapped out on me. Yeah, that's a good point. High sense is and eating up the market. Same can, I better go. Thanks for the stream. Y'all have a great night. Well, thank you for being here, Don Omega. Thank you for agreeing with me on Die Hard. Let's see. LG was never a big player. The Panasonic UB450 entered the US market a few months ago, and it's the best option available if you don't want to pay much. I've had it for 3 years, and it's still working fine. Yeah, I need to jump into Panasonic sooner rather than later. Maybe I'll just buy the Panasonic player, and I'll subscribe to Vinegar Syndrome on the same day. Just bite the bullet, get it over with. What did Manuel say up here? I got to go back up top. He said something funny about my haircut. What did you say? Oh, there it is. Ken, you need to figure out whether you're going with spiky 2000s era hair or the Walter White and stick with it, getting whiplash here. This is what I cut my hair. Like, whenever I get a haircut, this is what I do. I just don't cut my hair often enough. I let it grow out. But when I was in high school, which was the 2000s era, I did spike my hair up with that like got to be glued stuff. And I did like freaking, I remember I had like blonde tips and shit like that. So I did that in high school. I like every morning I would wake up, I would style it like a certain way. So yeah, I did that back in the day. So I always have that tendency to just do it with water now. Like when I get out of the bathroom, hands wet from like washing them, I'll run it through my head and like spike it up. It's just like a habit that never died. Let's see. LG was actually behind Samsung in sales, and Samsung is just selling old stock. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. I will. I'm gonna work on that. I'm just gonna try to create a template so I can put that in every one of my videos going forward. KB said just got that Black Friday sale on Panasonic. 20 days later. This isn't this the unnecessary panic. Yeah. Yeah. Will Nosferatu bomb at the box office? I don't know. I don't think it'll completely bomb, and I don't know what the budget was either. Because if the budget wasn't like too bad, like it might make some money. You know, I just don't. I don't see a lot of people going out Christmas Day to see that film. I just think it's a really weird time to put that movie out. Do they have the budgets for Nosferatu? I can't find it. Nosferatu budgets. Holy shit. All right. I don't know if this is right or not, but I'm seeing 92 million was the budget. I don't know if that's right or not, but that's what I'm seeing when I Google it. So I don't know. Gary, it's really sad. I haven't gotten 8 hours sleep like maybe all year. Like, at least since I started my new job. I haven't got it all year. Cause like I've got less time to do this stuff now, and I gotta stay up late, on weeknights and do what I can to put out stuff. So yeah, I usually go to bed every night at like 11:30 midnight, and I wake up at 6. Can you're always on your period when you do physical media live show? What are you talking about? Have I been ranting? I haven't been saying anything bad, have I? Shit. I want to take the VS yearly plunge too. Let's do it. Have you done it yet, Chase? Let's do it together. I need somebody to do it with me. You know, let's be crazy. I just can't tell my wife about it. You know. Yeah, you might be right, Mel. You might, and it comes out like it'll get the box office for the weekend when they do the box office. So if it comes out Wednesday, it'll have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So like over the course of the 5 days, it might make a pretty good haul. I could see it maybe doing I don't know, it's tough. I don't know I just don't know if that movie has the strength to do like 50 million even over the course of 5 days. Like I could see maybe 35 to 40, but stranger things have happened, you know. Could make 100 million, and you don't know. Could. You know, I would love that for Robert Eggers because he's like such an underrated filmmaker to me. Every movie he's done has been a banger, in my opinion. So I would love that for him to have a huge like box office success. So I hope it does well. I'm going to ask my hipper family members if they want to go see Nosferatu on Christmas Day after we're done with festivities. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe I'll try to go see it. Maybe I'll go try to. Michelle said all of her friends are going to see it. Yeah. But you got to remember, like, we're all movie fans here. Like, and we probably have friends that are movie fans, and we know people that are movie fans. And like that, sometimes you got to think, like, just because a bunch of people in like a movie community are saying that they're excited to see something, that doesn't mean the movie's going to do well, you know, because we're all in that like niche movie nerd bubble circle. I've seen movies like have so much hype in the movie community, and it comes out and it makes like 5 million opening weekends. So like that's when I learned, I'm like, oh, everybody that I follow and interact with and everybody I see and posting like big channels, posting stuff, getting lots of views, that doesn't mean shit. Like at the end of the day, it doesn't mean shit. Well, Michelle said most of her friends are not big movie people. Maybe it'll cut through. Maybe it'll cut through the mainstream. People are excited to see Nosferatu. Bill Skarsgård, you know, maybe. Yeah, I might try to go see it. Just to support Eggers. I did see the only Eggers movie I've seen in theaters is The Lighthouse. I saw The Lighthouse in theaters. I went like an hour away to the city and I watched it in like an art house theater. Like that's how much I loved The Witch, and I like really wanted to see that. So I drove like something I would never do now to the city to a art house theater to watch that movie. And I was disappointed. Like when I saw it in the theaters for the first time, I was kind of disappointed because it really isn't like a traditional horror film. It's not really that scary, but it kind of is unsettling. Like, but I've rewatched that movie like 3 times since then, and I love it now. I love it. It's great, Mozart. You got to see it. You haven't seen your movie, man? You haven't seen the movie inspired by you? You ain't seen that shit? Check that out. I love Seinfeld, Manuel. I can't bring myself to buy TV shows on 4K. It's just too much money for one release. But like that's what I collected back in the day was TV shows. Like in the 2000s, I was all about TV shows. I bought movies, but like my majority of my collection was TV shows, like seasons, like Roseanne and Seinfeld and King of Queens. Everybody Loves Raymond, 70 Show, like Home Improvement. Like I bought seasons for all this stuff when it was coming out. Like that was the coolest thing ever when they were doing TV seasons, because at that time you didn't have streaming. So this was like the first time you could watch these shows like in order without having to worry about the syndication, like picking your order on random channels or missing a day and not getting to see an episode. Like, so that was just the coolest thing ever when they did TV shows on physical media. Like that was great. But yeah, we're Nosferatu will make its money back and more. Okay. Can anybody confirm if it was actually 90 million? Oh, Steve saw it already. Steve saw it. All right. Yeah, the VSUs and stuff aren't ever included. None of the specialty ones are included. But, there's stuff like the Keep would have been included in it. So there is some big stuff. Tenet would have been included. Howling 2 would have been included. So there's big ones they did this year that would have been included. It's just Navy SEALs and Southern Comfort and Congo wouldn't have been included. All right, we're done, guys. We're done. Thank you all for being here. 2 hours and 18 minutes. Like I said, I'm tired and I'm going to bed. I used to work with a guy that when we got off work, he'd be like, I'm tired. I'm going to go home, go to bed. And we all used to say it to each other and laugh. So that's an inside joke that none of you all will care about or get. But thank you all for being here. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on bell notifications for all future videos. And I'll see you on the next one.